Oh. What is going on, guys? So today's video, I want to talk about the 2025 Siennas. I was just at the dealership this morning. I want to take a quick look at the Siennas and the changes in person. But again, same story. They're selling like hotcakes. Deliveries are taken right immediately right when they hit the dealership. So they're all pre-spoken for so far here, at least in the city. Now, in this video, I want to touch up on the subject of whether or not current Sienna generation XL40 generation owners should go ahead and upgrade. In my humble opinion, definitely not, especially if you're in this particular generation with a hybrid. I think if you have the money, then, that's actually not me, not who cares what I think. You guys could go ahead and, decide for yourself whether or not it's worth the upgrade. But if you guys are on the wait list for 2024, I would say that's a tough decision to make because of the fact that you do save a little bit of money. If you're in a quick, dire need for a minivan, you get it immediately versus waiting. But at the same time, chances are the 2025s, the upgrades will make it worth the wait. Why do I think you should wait forego your 2024 deposits? Is the fact that there's a new pioneer system a new safety system that Sienna is pioneering as the first Toyota vehicle, I believe, in their fleet. It's the rear safety system where they are implementing some sort of LiDAR system, I believe, a LiDAR technology, to go ahead and scan any type of potential children, animals in the back once you lock the car. And if it's a hot vehicle, that definitely is a safety feature to have. Now, our minivans don't have it. Definitely there will be a check rear seat reminder in the app, but that's about it. The other one would be the digital cluster. That's going to be the most obvious once you start the car. And the 9-inch that we have right now, going from a 9-inch to a 12-inch, I believe, widescreen. Not only will you get a nicer screen, but you have driver profiles. Certainly, you could go ahead and do driver profiles if you have these options and you're limited. Starting from the limited trim and up, you get this physical driver's profile, right? We're all used to this. We all know this. When you press this, it'll memorize or it'll configure your mirror settings, your seating position. If option, you have your steering wheel telescope in and out for your basic settings, but it won't memorize your climate control. It won't memorize your radio stations, etc. With the new system, you will be able to, based on my understanding, press on your driver profile and everything else will go ahead and come into play, right? That's what I think. The new Platinum also has, if you want to go for all the features, a two-tone real leather, not the noble brown leather, I believe. So it's a two-tone macadamia leather. This right here is matte. You have a new shiny glossier finish. It's all faux, like a wood grain. You have, I believe, a fridge and a vacuum all integrated into one. But remember, it will take up this much space here. So I believe it extends all the way out. So where this particular air purifier unit is, it will go ahead and take up a lot of space. I don't think that's worth it at all because you could go ahead and get your own vacuum cleaner for much less and much more stronger vacuum cleaner, and also a portable fridge. If you have the 1500 watt inverter, that makes it even better. A bigger fridge as well, more useful. The Platinum will give you a heads-up display right there. I think that's useful as a current Sienna owner right here who is more into driving more efficiently. I think a heads-up display will be useful because it keeps my eyes on the road as well as letting me know that I'm driving efficiently with that green leaf. But other than that, I don't think it's worth the upgrade. But again, if you are on the list for 2024, definitely I would say, consider foregoing your deposit and wait for the 2025s. But for the most part, it's the same car, it's the same specs, nothing changes. Even the exterior, nothing really changes. You get some new rim for the Platinum version. You get some new badging for like an HEV, hybrid EV vehicle, I believe. But overall, everything is the same. The next question would be if you are deciding between a minivan, any type of minivan, or a 3-row SUV, what would you get? Especially with the Sienna and the Grand Highlander situation or competition, I would still say the Sienna. Why? Because I think it gives you more of a practicality sense and purpose of it. You have sliding doors, because sliding doors definitely will be a game changer when your kids are able to get in and out by themselves. You don't have to worry about them opening the door. Even if they open the door during a really windy day, it will go ahead and swing out. Worst comes to worst, it's gonna swing out and just kind of like bounce around, but it could hit a concrete wall, it could hit someone else's door. So that really, think about that. Sliding doors in the minivan also makes it easier for you to get in and out if you park closed, and even if your kids don't know how to open the door, it will give you easier access to get in. And if you're not in a like for us, we're in a really busy city, so sometimes we have to double park. Sometimes even if we don't double park, you have cars speeding in and out down the lane. So if you have sliding doors, you could go ahead and slide the doors. Don't worry about your door getting hit by other cars. And you could go ahead and fit inside here with the long slide. You go ahead and push the car seats in and start getting your girls ready, or getting your children ready for school or for a trip. So sliding doors in a minivan does help. Now, with the Grand Highlander, all those 3-row SUVs, they will give you competition in terms of third space, third row legroom. Then still, I think it all comes down to the rear hatch, where it has a lower cargo floor. And also it comes down to the sliding doors. When you have the Sienna versus the Highlander, again, I think it all comes down to this particular sliding door. If you are not, well, for us, we're in New York City, and basically we have to worry about whether or not the doors are swinging open. And once the girls are in, our girls, we basically just get in like this. Super long slide features, very useful, and we're gonna get them ready, but not have to worry about cars hitting our door when it's swung out, or cars clipping us, to be quite honest. Sometimes we have to double park. Sometimes even if we don't double park, we're parallel parked, cars are speeding down, and you basically get the story. For peace of mind, the doors, sliding doors, really come in clutch. So again, 3-row SUVs, right? Your Toyota Grand Highlander won't be able to do this. Let's say you have your hands full and you're holding your kid and you need to open the door. You still need your spare hand to go ahead and open the door, right? If you have two, if you're carrying two, that's also very different. But with this particular vehicle, you go ahead and just kick, and then it will close. Now let's go ahead and try this again, and it will close. All right, again, you think it's a gimmicky feature. Having owned this, it's not that gimmicky at all. You will find times where you need it. So let's say we're ready to go and we forget to close the door or whatnot. Again, I've spoken about this in the past, why sliding doors are clutch. I don't have to get out of the vehicle to close the door, right? To push the door or whatnot, because we're not a 3-row SUV family in this household. I can go ahead and just close, and I don't have to worry about it. So sliding doors for families in general, they're very, very, very understated or overlooked, right? So for the rear, it's a little bit more difficult, because now that I've installed this rear bumper guard, you can't get as close to the sensor right here, but you locate the Toyota logo right here, directly under it. You just kick, and then there it is. It's a little bit awkward now, especially that you have this, but it works. Now, having said that, now that the trunk is open, I'll give you guys a look at what's inside and how we configure it. You guys want to take notes or freeze frame, I don't know. It's really nothing. Every family has their own configuration, but for us, speaking about the Platinum and the fridge and the vacuum combo right here, this is our solution in a 2023 model. We have the 1500 watt inverter option. It really is a game changer for us as well. We do need our fridge for longer vacations, like a long weekend. We do need this for medicine. So here it is. This is like a portable fridge. Really not that portable, all right? It's pretty big, but at the same time, it's compact enough for us to go ahead and leave in the car, especially if we take longer to get home from grocery runs. Stuff like doesn't want to melt or spoil, yogurt, etc. This is a solution right here. So this works out perfectly right here. And again, the situation between the debate between a three-row SUV and a minivan is the fact that the minivan has a lower capacity cargo floor right here. So you're able to, even with the fridge taking up most of the space, you could stack this up like so, versus a three-row SUV where you won't have this ability to go ahead. So basically you have to push this up, elevate it, and have this kind of block off your rear view. For a minivan, you go ahead and do this. All right, and even then, the three-row that you have right here is accessible. Same story with the Grand Highlander, you go ahead and do that. But the Grand Highlander, the space starts off from here, I believe, right? Think about why the minivan is such a great option. Now, this is the irony part of it. I will never drive a minivan. That's something coming from my vehicle history. That's something that I did not expect myself to do. You know, I will always think if I had kids, I will go for a performance SUV and whatnot. But again, the star of the show will be the minivan and the sliding doors, keeping, you know, my argument about why a minivan is best is because of sliding doors. And again, here it is, right? I'm gonna go ahead and just open this hands-free. Again, you need a porta potty here. With the space that you have in the minivan, and our girls had a phase where they did not like to go, they were potty trained, but they don't want to go to a public bathroom, and they like to have their own, you know, their own area, and they ended up trusting the minivan. So they like to go ahead and pee and poop right here, this space, and it just works out because there's so much space for them to just kind of like, you know, do their business, and sometimes even do the business and watch that. But again, families everything, and you guys will understand, or you guys already do understand and can relate. But on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the conclusion. All right, parents, so hopefully this video helps you make the decision. If you guys are expecting, again, congratulations. If you guys are deciding between three-row SUV and a Sienna, I hope I answered all or most of your questions, whether or not you should go for the minivan itself or three-row SUV. And for the most part, this is our Sienna 2023 in the year 2024 with the 2025s out. And long-term review, we still love it. So on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.